Hey and hello there everyone! Welcome back to the post-strike streams, where I, a voice actor, am no longer on strike, but I am still shiny hunting for shiny legendaries in the Dynamax Adventures, at least for a few more weeks. How are we doing? Happy Genshin Impact Days Eve! For those of you on time zones similar to mine. So chat, my lovely chat, how are we all doing? Thank you for those of you who did join me yesterday for the sort of bonus special surprise bonus stream yesterday that we did. I appreciate it because yeah, I just didn't really have a whole lot going on and stuff like that. And sort of starting next week, just a heads up, I'll sort of say this quickly. Starting next week, I am going to look into doing streams on Thursdays and Fridays. They won't be guaranteed, but what I'll do is like on the morning of the streams, I will say things like, you know, hey, it looks like I don't really have anything today, so I should be around to stream at like, 2 p.m. or whatever, and we'll kind of aim to do Thursdays and Fridays. Thursdays because of Zonda Day, and Fridays because that's like an on Lara day, and people might be more available on Fridays as well. So, yeah. But anyway, Bark, we'll get into the game and get going with spreadsheet stuff because I talked to a bunch of you guys yesterday. So Kevin, hi. Nightbot, hi. Tegan, hi. Kieran, hi. Amelia, hi. And Xander, hi. And I think that's everyone. Hopefully everyone who is watching has clicked like on the video because that's a helpful and good and decent and lovely thing. And yes, Neo! Hi! Welcome! How are you doing? You're relying on bots now for shiny Koraidon and Miraidon because scalpers just won't stop. Kieran, I'm sorry. Because, yeah, it's rubbish. I'm hoping that... Can I just say one thing about that? I won't talk about this distribution all the time. I talked about it a bunch yesterday. We will... I mean, it will come up a bunch this weekend, but I'll try and hold it back a bit. But the one thing I will say is there has been a lot of blowback about this event and a lot of very loud public outcry and like pushback against it. And I do wonder if people keep going and if people keep being loud and if people get louder, I do wonder if they will kind of create some kind of makeup event for it in the future. Because like I have never seen sort of backlash to one of their events quite like this. Like I remember like a few years ago they had like distributions and stuff, and it's like whatever. But for this though, like I have seen like some really big like poker tubers and stuff like that complain about this event, and like and just that's not good. Like when you see people who so again, like this is really kind of getting out there. Like people are talking about this very out there and very loudly. And so I do wonder if it will kind of, like I've seen like a lot of articles about it and stuff. Like this is a lot of negative publicity. And so I do wonder if like, Pokemon will be like, no, don't worry. Everyone's going to get one. Don't worry. Because of it, but anyway. Neo, work is just stressful, so I don't watch a lot of streams and stuff at the time. No, I know, Neo, I know what you mean, just because, I don't know what you mean. But what I was going to say is, I do understand we have lives and things change and stuff like that. Like, for example, in the past couple of years, like, I watch a lot more, like, political content on YouTube now, so then that means there's a lot of other YouTube content that I don't watch because of it, because the world is just such a crazy place right now, and I feel like it's important to keep up with it, but there's so much to keep up with, and so it means I don't get to watch a lot of stuff that I used to watch. And that's, whatever, so anyway. Let's see what we've got. Jupiter, hi. And Alex, hi. I've heard some people say about possible restocks, but like, I don't know. the lady who was like working the till at GameStop yesterday said about sort of like some Pokemon stuff stocking, but I don't know what that was about. So anyway, Buck, if you have not yet clicked like on the video, now would be an amazing time to do so. Otherwise, I am gonna ask you guys, gals, and non-binary pals, what Pokemon you are able to do. So let me just bring up the template for those of you who have forgotten. Oh, actually, I probably should. Hang on. I thought I had changed that. Oh, hang on. Oh, yeah, no, I changed this, didn't I? Yeah, okay, I changed my tickets thing to be like, my current tickets are for Thundurus, Celesteela, and Stakataka, with Nihilego as the wild card. So chat, could we say, like, Strike, I can do Thundurus, Celesteela, and or Stakataka, but then also, like, maybe, like, in brackets, just let me know, like, if you can do Nihilego and if you have a ticket for it. I think with the ticket, it's mainly just, like, Kieran and Xander, but we'll see. I just need to be reminded every once in a while. So, ready, set, Bo. Let me know. So let me know what tickets you can do, and then we'll assign some teams, and we'll do all of that stuff. Jupiter said the same. Everything I've been watching on TikTok, Instagram, and even been seeing online in general, there's a lot of political content because I feel like, even though I'm not legally old enough. Oh, interesting. So let's see. Okay, yeah, so Xander and Kieran do have the Nihilego. So yeah, we should be good for Nihilego. And Alex can do Nihilego, but not the ticket. Okay. Because again, if we like don't have enough people for a Stakataka, but like we do for Nihilego, we could do Nihilego early. So that's why it's probably good for me to start asking about Nihilego. So Amelia, just to follow up from last week, because this is important, can you only do Stakataka? So you cannot do Celesteela, and you cannot do Thundurus. That is what you are saying in your message there. Okay, so I just need to check this, because I thought you were able... Okay, so okay. Because I can't remember, so I just want to check. So, okay. So I just want to make sure. Because I feel like we'd done other adventures together, so I just want to check. But okay, good. Okay, so I have to make sure when we do Stakataka that you're on that team. Okay, so let me just, because I am doing the spreadsheet myself today. That's okay, Tegan. Again, that's why I just like to. So hang on, Alex. Hang on, Right, hang on. So we've got Alex. We've got Xander, we've got Amelia. Oh, my spreadsheet's doing that weird thing again. Is Tegan not here? That's really annoying. Wait, is Tegan not on the spreadsheet? No. Oh, this sucks. And also, yeah, my spreadsheet keeps doing this weird thing where I, like, can't select people who are, like, at the bottom. That really sucks. Okay, hang on, Tegan. This will take a sec. Tegan, was your in-game username just Tegan? I know it was only yesterday, but I actually can't remember now. Let me... Oh, hang on. Am I going to have to... Yeah, see, this is really annoying. I have to, like, rotate my phone just to be able to, like, select Tegan, which is just very annoying. Yep, I have to do it again. That's really annoying. Okay. Yeah, okay, it was just Tegan. Tegan? Tegan, that's a different thing entirely. Okay, so hang on. Kevin. Right, hang on a sec. And we need Kieran. Right, hang on a sec. So we've got Kevin, Kieran, Xander 3, Alex 4, Amelia 5, Tegan 6. So, okay. Right, so why don't we have some kind of Stakataka? Okay, so basically I think the only person with any real limits here is just Amelia for the Stakataka. So why don't we have Stakataka second, and Thunderous first, and then I'll make sure Amelia is in the Stack Attacker team. And then what we'll do is let's have... Has to rotate phone onto the side, because that's very annoying. I'm going to have to fix this. This is a very annoying thing. Right, hang on. Why don't we have this? Why don't we have... Yes. Okay, here's what I've got. Let me know if this sounds good. Team 1, Thunderous. Let's have Kieran, Xander, and Alex, okay? And then Team 2, Stack Attacker, will have Amelia, Kevin, and Tegan, okay? Does that sound good? Oh, and Alex and Tegan, do either of you, both of you, neither of you, have the shiny charm? Could you just let me know that, please? Don't have that on the spreadsheet either. But if that sounds good, then let's get into it, shall we? So Team 1, Kieran, Xander, Alex, please come on down. And then Amelia, Kevin, and Tegan, if you do just hold on for like 20 minutes, that would be fantastic. Okay, Alex has the shiny charm, so let's add that, because we don't have that for you. I'm sorry, we don't have that for you. There you go. Little sparkle. And then Tegan does not, so I'm going to put the little no sparkle symbol. Hang on a minute. No. Hang on, where is the... Is it that thing? I think it's that thing. Okay. Right, awesome. Sorry about that. So, Kieran, Xander, Alex, please come on down! So make sure on the Ycom that you are connected to the internet, because we cannot play over the internet if you're not connected to the internet. No, but also in fairness, like, again, Pokemon really needs to... I understand the Switch needs to, I don't know, have like two different modes, like local communication, online communication, whatever, but I really do think, though, that, like, whenever you're doing anything, like, if you want to do a trade, right, like on Pokemon, like in Gen 10 or whatever, you know, there should be, like, a trade option somewhere, you know, or Poke Portal, and then trade, and then you hit, like, what would you like to do? Trade... this, that, whatever, and then after you hit that, it should say, do you want to do this via local communication or like internet connection? And then that's all and then simple. Like, would you like to do a trade? Would you like to do a trade locally? Would you like to do it online? Would you like to battle someone? Would you like to do it locally? Or would you like to do it online? Like, this is kind of, you know, but anyway. Right, so we are connected to the internet. We're going to talk to the nice scientist lady. You guys are going to say anything goes, but I'm going to select Thunderous. Sky, hello. Awesome to see you as always. I hope you're doing well, and I hope you have a good day at work today. 0927, and then 1114. There we go. Right, that's Thunderous. Here we go, Team 1. Kieran, Xander, Alex, let's go! I just wish they put GTS back in the games and fix the issues of people asking. I know, like, I do feel like that's Alex. I completely agree. I think that, like, there is some way to do the GTS that isn't wild. I almost think what you could do is you could just sort of have, like, basically, what you could do is that a person could say, what Pokemon are you, like, okay, here's my Pokemon, here's what I'm willing to accept for it, and you could put, like, 3 to 5 Pokemon, right? But then what you could also have is you could have, like, additional offers or something. So, like, basically, people could do like, trades where if they have one of your, like, 3 to 5 Pokemon, like, it just automatically gets traded right away. Or you could do a trade conditionally if someone gives you an offer where you're like, oh, but I like that. But that's, I think one of the issues with GTS is just having too many specifications. Being able to say, I want a such and such Pokemon, but then also having, like, a level cap and a gender and this, that, and the other. Like, then it just makes it too, you know, too awkward. So anyway, Thunderous, you guys know this is weak to rock and ice. But because there are only those two things, we might need to rely on things defensively. So obviously ground types are brilliant. Lightning Rod ability Pokemon, Cantonian, Raichu, and Manectric are superb as well. But then also don't forget about Volt Absorb Pokemon, Lanturn and Jolteon, and the electric resistant trio of Dragon, Grass, and other electric types. And then as for Thundurus itself, it has Sludge Wave, so watch out for that if you're a grass type, or a fairy, which we kind of forgot about yesterday. We had fairies and forgot about that. But yeah, so watch out for Sludge Wave, and then watch out for Rain Dance and Weather Ball for water type damage, and Rain Dance and Thunder for 100% accurate thunders, and Discharge when it's getting desperate. And then obviously if we change the weather, such as with Rock or Ice, then Weather Ball can change type as well. Or if we set up the Sun for some reason, Cherim, Torkoal. But that's why Rock is a bit better than Ice, because Thundurus with Ice is more dangerous than Thundurus with Rock. Right, Sandslash, that is a ground type, so there you go. And then Vileplume is grass, so that could be handy if the Sandslash replacement's not very good. But I'm going to open up things here with the Sandslash, which I'll be keeping until the end, because that's actually pretty nifty. Oh, Mr. Mime does have Helping Hand and Light Screen, which is good support, so we won't knock Mr. Mime. If things are pretty bad, Mr. Mime could be pretty good, but Vileplume is, again, it is the grass type, it has the resistance. I would probably personally go for Vileplume over Mr. Mime. But oh, Diggersby is incroyable. And then Lurantis does have Weather Ball. Weather Ball's not great in 4th place, but it's still pretty nifty. So either, that's the thing. If we get nothing good, I would say Vileplume is better than Lurantis, but hopefully we do get some good, switches along the way. I did see Ice to the left, and then was it also in the top right? Yes. Okay, so let's see what our ice types are, because there's Musharna and Salazzle. Those are nothing. Frostmoth doesn't actually have an ice move, so we might want to go to the right here. Because is that a yeah, that's an Alcremie, I think. Oh, Stunfisk, and what's the other ice type? Oh, Cryogonal. Okay, Cryogonal's really good. Maybe we could try to get Xander the Cryogonal if we go to the right. If we're able to get like Alcremie and Cryogonal, that could be really good. Like Alcremie, because Alcremie has Decorate, and Decorate is like the most busted support move in this game. Like, it's, Helping Hand is nice, but if we had Decorate, that could be nicer. More like Isa. Jill, hi, how you doing? Good to see you. Forewarn, bua, bua. Okay, here we go, everyone. So I am going to use my Max Flutter, bye, and then that should be good. Mr. Mime is good so long as Thundurus doesn't use Max Ooze. That's the thing, Max Ooze is good against Mr. Mime, whereas it's also good against Alcremie. I was like, wait, hang on, Alcremie's the other Pokemon. That's not right. But yeah. Oh, Jill, you could play. Okay, we do have Team 2 lined up, but if you want to be on, like, Team 3, we'd love to have you. But hang on, I saw something about a Rookidee. Amelia, I'm apparently shiny hunting for Rookidee in your Shield shiny hunt. Only run, you battled 384 of them. Ooh, well, good luck. But yeah, it's a shame that, anyway, to kind of finish a previous point, it is a shame that GTS is basically just a Pokemon home feature now. It's like kind of helpful. The thing is, I haven't used it in years though. I used it in when I only had Pokemon Sword, I used it to complete my Pokedex in Pokemon Sword. Like, I used it to get like a like a Corsola and Cursula, and stuff like that. But ever since like Scarlet and Violet, I had like a Nintendo Online subscription, and I had people who had, like, I traded with like Michelle, my friend Michelle, and then Jackie Lastra. We did a bunch of trades to like complete our Pokedexes. So thank you, Jackie Lastra, for helping me get my Scarlet and Violet Pokedex a few years ago. Yeah, I did a stream with Jackie, and then we're like, hey, can we do some trades to complete our Pokedex? So yeah. Right, Yawn. Hey, my stream's not that boring. Okay. You also can't get trade evolutions from the home GT. Yes, that is such a good point, and like such a sucky thing, because yeah, you can't do like hold items. You can't have hold items. You can't just do regular ones. So like you can't like if you want a Gengar on the GTS, you need to trade a Gengar. And so yeah, it's just very annoying. So that's the thing. I do think there is a way of doing non-random trades with strangers, like, in-game. But yeah, I think if you had something where you, like, if you had, like, a list of, like, 3 to 5 Pokemon, and you're like, if you have these Pokemon, then it is acceptable. I don't know all the, you know, you'd really need to, like, think it through. Like, maybe you can only trade shinies for other shinies, or legendaries for other legendaries, or something like that. You know, maybe you need to, like, put some limits on these things. Mythicals for mythicals, I don't know. But yeah, I don't know. It's just hard though. Right. So I don't think we want Musharna, do we? Unless it's like temporarily a good, like, unless it's like a good temp switch, but I don't think it's even a good temp switch, right? Like if we've got Alcremie and then Cryogonal, then I don't think we really want that. I am wondering if Mr. Mime is better than Alcremie, but I don't know, man. We definitely want Xander to have the Cryogonal, right? Like, I think we can agree on that. It's just whether Kieran keeps the Mr. Mime, because, like, Light Screen and Helping Hand could be good. But if we have Alcremie, we could decorate. But I suppose here's the question, though. If Mr. Mime did, like, 2 Helping Hands on Cryogonal, is 2 Helping Hands better than, like, 1 Decorate? Because I think Cryogonal's faster than Alcremie. So that's kind of the thing as well. Like, if you have 1 regular Max Hailstorm and then 1 decorated Max Hailstorm, is that stronger or weaker than 2 Helping Handed Max Hailstorm? See, this is why I get into all the maths and stuff, because, like, it's important. These questions are important. It's like Pokemon is trying to force us to buy both games. A little bit. But you still can't do trade evolutions. No, but in fairness, though, they have made, like, Sword and Shield was the game to really start this, but then Scarlet and Violet is kind of the one that perfected it. Basically, outside of version exclusives, in Scarlet and Violet, you can get, like, every Pokemon, because, like, they are available in raids and stuff like that. Like, you can either evolve everything yourself, or if you need a friend to evolve it, you can get it from a raid. So, like, in Scarlet and Violet, you can get Scizor from a raid. Even though it's a trade evolution. You can get, like, a Slowking from a raid, even though it's a trade evolution. With an item! So, right, Stomping Tantrum. Giga Drain. More like Giga Lame. It's a shame Vileplume does not have a poison move. That it only has... But that's why, like, Vileplume... One thing I will give some kudos to on this game is some of the, like, middle evolutions and final evolutions. They do make them distinct. So, like, Gloom has the poison move, and then, like, Vileplume has the grass move. Right, Max Overgrowth. Oh, no, no, no! Diggersby, no! No, Diggersby! Oh, yeah, and then Alex makes it. Alex, you're on top of your points today, because this is a point I've said before. I think Legends Arceus did do a lot of good stuff that, like, should be, like, implemented into the games. And in fairness, a bunch of them were implemented into Scarlet and Violet. A thing that really annoys me is you get all these, like, Nintendo fans who say, like, oh, Pokemon should be more like Arceus. But then, like, Scarlet and Violet did a load of stuff from Arceus. So, like, you know, even stuff like sneaking up on Pokemon and, like, getting them from behind. Like, that's a mechanic in Scarlet and Violet. Like, it's just people don't use it. But anyway, but anyway, sorry, to Alex's point though, the link cable is one of the best things ever introduced, and it's like, and I've said this before on streams, like, just make it, like, hard to get, make it cost, like, a lot of points or something like that, you know? So Kieran, if you want this Alcremie, I do think you could get it. If you think Mr. Mime is better, I trust you, though. So we can go either way here. I do think Decorate is more fun, and we do love Ryan Bartley here at Bow Video Games, so I think that's a good choice. But, okay. But yeah, if we go right for Crargonal, we also get some berries at the end of this, so that's cool as well. Alcremie has better special defense. I did think it did. But obviously, Mr. Mime can set up light screen to, like, rectify that, but I think just, like, you could use, like, a Decorate and then, like, a Mystical Fire. Like, if you use Decorate on turn 1 and then, like, Mystical Fire on turn 2, I think that's probably pretty good, though, and you kind of get, like, a lot of the same results. But anyway, Mr. Mime 162, Alcremie 163. Oh, okay, so not a big difference, but okay, that's interesting. That is interesting. I like it. That is okay. I have to use Stone Edge. So Crargonal does actually have the levitate ability. It doesn't just levitate in its animation. Crargonal is like the most. For me, Crargonal is the most forgetful levitate Pokemon, because there are a lot of Pokemon where you look at them and I'm like, oh, Magneton doesn't have levitate, but like, oh, Weezing does have levitate, although sometimes it doesn't. You know, like I know all these things, so I will look at a Pokemon and be like, oh, don't use a ground move. Like if someone said, oh, can I use a ground move here? I'd be like, yes, no. For Crargonal, I'm like, it's just the one where I kind of forget the most. Oh, come on. Dang, Blizzard. We really have probably underestimated how powerful Blizzard is when it's on the other side, because it can hit multiple people. It makes sense you go to the far right to pick on snowflakes. Kevin, that's such a good joke. Dang. Kevin, you are like, that is such a good joke that you are immune to hammers for the rest of the stream, I think. Which is a terrifying prospect. You now have an amount of freedom that terrifies me. At least in Miss Vileplume and Digsby. Yes, that is true. Right, I'm going to cheer you on. We're going to give you a nice attack boost here so that we can finish this easily. 2, 4, 6, 8. Is this cheer feeble or great? Now, did Alcremie use Mystical Fire or Heal? That works as well. We are getting berries after this, though, so... But did Alcremie use Mystical Fire or a Decorate there? Because Mystical Fire won't do a whole lot of damage, but it will nerf Crargonal a lot. That's why that didn't do very much damage. So it's kind of swings and roundabouts. Right, Hailstorm. More like a Failstorm. Alex coming in with the Max Rockfall. Kadoosh! Oh, that was so close. So close! You used Mystical Fire. No, that's good. That's good. It's all one of those things where, like, if you'd used a Decorate on turn 1, you would have, like, you know, we would have got the KO there, but also Diggersby might not have survived the Hailstorm, so that's why it's kind of like, again, that's why Pokemon is so interesting, and why people just, it just annoys me when, like, these Nintendo fans, and I say this because, like, I'm a massive I'm a Nintendo fan, and I'm a Pokemon fan, whereas you get these Nintendo fans who, like, play Pokemon and then complain about Pokemon, but they don't understand what makes Pokemon so good. They, like, say things like, oh, maybe we should, like, add a 5th move. And it's like, again, people who love Pokemon know why that's a terrible idea. But, like, these, you know, you get these, like, Nintendo fans who, like, they don't understand what Pokemon is. And it's like, and that's fine. Like, if you don't like something because it's not for you, that is fine. But when you complain about something that's not for you, but as if it's just, like, objectively, like, a bad thing, instead of just not being for you, then, like, that's a you problem. It's, like, it's a you problem, and you're making it worse by making it sound like it's not a you problem. And so... just cheapest. I hate the 5th move argument, like Alex says. Exactly. Ooh, Kieran's got a pizza. Now you got to share it with everyone. So yes, Vileplume for Crargonal. Yeah, because then now we have Max Hailstorm, which hopefully will not result in a Max Failstorm. Ha 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 ha. Please don't leave, and make sure you like the video. But as long as you decorate on Crargonal, you can run out the room and get your pizza. Right, okay. I'm going to Stone Edge. Will I finally get a Stone Edge off? Can I use just one? Okay. Yeah, I can't really remember how I even got on this subject. Oh no, just about like the beauty and the magic of Pokemon. You know, it's like there are so many different, like, in any given like Pokemon battle, there are so many different pathways. Like a mystical fire gets some damage in. Not much, because of Cragano's high special defense, but it lowers the special attack, so then it means you can protect another ally. But if you use Decorate on the Diggersby, you could get a potentially quicker KO. But Diggersby could have died to the Max Hailstorm if we hadn't used the Mystical Fire. So it's like, but like that's the beauty and the magic of Pokemon. But these Nintendo fans wouldn't like understand that. They don't think of Pokemon that way. They don't like, they don't recognize that Pokemon is on that level. But like that's the magic and the beauty of Pokemon. There's like a Wolfie video, or a bit of a Wolfie video, where he talks about like a match he had, like a doubles match he had, and it was about all the different options that like each Pokemon could do, and how there are just like all these different options that you could choose on like turn one of the fight. It's like, oh well, this Pokemon could switch, or this Pokemon could protect, or this Pokemon could use this, but then it could use this, and you could target this one, but you could also target this one. And it's just like there are all these different combinations, and that's just from like one turn of a battle, and a battle is expected to go on for like 4 or 5 or 6 turns or whatever, and that's just like turn one. And like that's the, you know, the beauty and the magic of it. Again, one of the things the Arceus battling system kind of removed was the kind of like, you both throw your card into the hat and then you see what comes out, you know. And that doesn't work. Just having like, you do a hit, then I do a hit, then you do a hit, then I do a hit. Like that doesn't work. That's fundamentally anti-Pokemon. And anyway, I could go on about this stuff for ages, but I won't. Discharge with no paralyze. Oh, well, that's good. Shade Van Fan, hello. Alex, I remember a couple of years back, people were saying critical hits are so annoying, there shouldn't be RNG in competitive matches. Like, it misses the whole point. Alex, that's such a good example. Alex, you are, like, on it today. You are also hammer-proof as well now. But, like, because, yeah, exactly. That's the thing. If people are complaining about critical hits, again, it means they don't understand, like, the battle system in Pokemon. It's like, no, you need to, like, have critical hits, otherwise like literally battles could be impossible to win. Like, or it would just mean that there would be strategies that would be like totally foolproof. Like if you got rid of critical hits, it means you could have like the most frustrating battles ever. But again, like, so yeah, it's just one of these things, like, so you and I get that. Like, so sorry to kind of put myself on a pedestal there by saying like I understand Pokemon at a level where I get these things. But it's like, but I promise I'm not so much putting myself on a pedestal, more just I'm like trashing other people. Right, stars and sparkles, sparkles and stars, everyone. Bo keeps turning to ice, how ironic. I know, and on Genshin Days Eve. What the heck, man? Okay, so here we go. Thank you for your stars and sparkles. Let's see if we get any shinies. It did not work for Musharna, who I do need as shiny. Did it work for Alcremie? No, that's a shame. Did it work for Cryogonal, who I have had as shiny in this series before? But also no dupe. I do feel like a lot of people don't get Pokemon anymore and just want it to be a predictable battle simulator. Yeah, I don't know. Like I think in some ways people don't know what they want, or what. Let me go back. What they want is they want like Pokemon aesthetics or Pokemon creatures, but in a completely different game. And it's like, okay, like we can make like a Legend of Zelda style Pokemon game, but it shouldn't replace the main style of Pokemon game. Again, Pokemon Scarlet and Violet have sold what, like almost like 30 million or like over 25 million, as did like Sword and Shield, or so Pokemon Sword and Shield sold almost 25 million or whatever. You know, like these games are popular. Like, again, for all the people who go, oh, Pokemon Sword and Shield are terrible and they ruined everything, and then Scarlet and Violet came along, which were like these horrible, messy, glitchy disasters, and then they still outsold the game that other people said was terrible. Like, the game that was terrible became the second best-selling game in the franchise, and then its successor came out and had all this negative stuff online about how glitchy and how rubbish and how awful it is and how it's ugly and terrible, and then it outsold the one that we were also told was bad. So it's like, maybe they're not bad. maybe people enjoy them. But anyway, so will we get, sorry, rants aside, so this means I can't clip this into a YouTube short if I now get a shiny. Will we get the slightly purple Thunderous? No, okay. That would have been funny if I'd got it then. But anyway. But okay. To quote The Simpsons, you kids don't know what you want. That's why you're kids, because you're stupid. Very good, Kevin. This is why you're hammer-proof today. No sparkles there, no sparkles there, no sparkles there, and no sparkles there. But yeah, but often when people talk about what they like, you know, like, why can't Pokemon do this and this? And it's like, because that's a different game. And yeah, maybe they could make that game the way that we're getting, like, Pokopia. I think it is called Pokopia. I think people are calling it Pokotopia, but I think it is Pokopia. But whatever it's called, Pokopia, Pokotopia, like, you know, but that's why we're getting that game, because it's like, yeah, we're using these you know, cute little creatures and this fun little world, and we're building something different with it. That's awesome. Like, I want Pokemon to have more styles of games, but it's like, but I don't want to get rid of the main style of game. I like that we're getting, like, Pokemon Xenoblade in a few weeks. I think that's really cool, and I think maybe there could even be some elements of that could transfer over into mainline games, particularly if we now have Pokemon Championships coming out. But I don't want, like, mainline Pokemon to be, like, erased completely, though, or completely reworked, you know? So anyway, what we got? Careful, naughty, brave, and serious. Okay, well, we're gonna get Alcremie because it's Alcremie. But there we go. To this day, you pray for a new Mystery Dungeon game. That's the thing. See, I'm not keen on Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, but I hope that other people who like them get them and stuff like that, you know. But again, it's I don't know, just people get very silly, but I feel like it's a very unique thing with Pokemon. Like, people don't look at Mario and say he shouldn't jump, or at Link and say he shouldn't solve puzzles. Like, oh, we should have Zelda, but without dungeons. Like, no one says that. But, like, with Pokemon, people, like, you know, like, oh, we shouldn't have, like, turn-based battles, or, you know, I don't know. Or, like, oh, we shouldn't, like, you know, I don't know, or it shouldn't be an RPG or whatever. It's just like, what are you talking about? And it just makes me feel like I'm crazy. But, but it's like, I know I'm not the crazy one, though. Okay, yes, we will keep that. Right, so anyway, sorry, Team 2, because we are running behind. I said, like, oh, I'll see you guys in, like, 20 minutes, and then here we are, like, it was, like, 11:38, oh my gosh. So, Amelia, Kevin, Tegan, are you all still here? Tegan just commented, you want more Pokemon Conquest, and you recognize I'm basically the only one, but that's cool, though. I hope you get it. But if the three of you are here and available and ready and all that stuff, they want Pokemon aesthetics without Pokemon. That's the thing. And look, I like the creatures and the designs and stuff, and I want there to be more, you know, styles of Pokemon game. And I hope that the original game, when I say I still want, like, traditional Pokemon games, that doesn't mean I want, like, 8 gym leaders, Victory Road, an Elite Four, and a champion. I don't care about that. I want there to be, like, 18 gyms, and you have to, like, beat 10 of them to, like, you know, fight in a tournament at the end of which is the champion or something like that. That's, you know, you can do that. Like, that's different. And then there would be, like, strategy, and, like, speedrunning could be interesting, because it'd be like, oh, do you pick this Pokemon and fight these gyms, or do you pick this Pokemon and fight these gyms, you know? So, but I still want, like, the foundation that they've spent, like, 25, 30 years building, to kind of remain intact, you know, at, like, a certain level. Because they've worked really hard to, like, create all this, like, nuance and balance with, like, abilities and stats and everything. But, I mean, that's maybe what Pokemon Championships is going to be for. Right, anyway. But anyway. Would love to Pokemon XD again. Pokemon XD? I love Pokemon XD. It's a great game. Right, so anyway, Amelia, Kevin, Tegan, please come on down for a stack attacker. So we're gonna do this. We're gonna say anything goes, and I'm gonna say stack attacker. Now, because has Amelia commented recently? If Amelia doesn't join us, maybe we'll do a different Pokemon instead, just because Amelia could only do stack attacker. So maybe we could switch to like Celesteela or something like that. But again, hopefully Amelia is still here. Let's go 0927 and then like 1141. But yeah, if Amelia doesn't join this, we won't do the 59-second rule here, okay? What we'll do, if Amelia doesn't join us here, we'll back out, and then if you don't mind, maybe we'll switch to, like, Celesteela, and maybe we could have Xander join us, just because it's Xander Day. Or Jill, or if Jill is still here. Maybe if Jill is still here, we could do, like, Celesteela with Jill. But that's thing, has Jill posted in a while? Hopefully Jill is still here. Is anyone still here? Okay, so we got Kevin, we got Tegan. Okay. Yeah, so Jill, don't join this one just because I will try to hang back on Stack Attacker for Amelia's sake. That sounds like a good substitute for a swear. For Amelia's sake! But yeah. So if we get down to like... Shall we say... Dang it, Kevin. So anyway, sorry. If we get down to like... Let's go down to like 30 seconds. So like Amelia, you've got 1 minute and 20 seconds to join us, okay? But if Amelia doesn't join us, we'll go back up. So Kevin and Tegan and Jill, are all three of you okay with doing a Celesteela? Is that okay? If that's okay, like if that's not okay, let me know and we'll figure something else out. But I think it was it was only Amelia who said like I can't do all three of the tickets. So I hopefully I have remembered that correctly. But if I haven't, like now is the time to let me know. Okay. Celesteela's great. Well then, that's not just close enough. That's like excellent. Perfect. Okay. I am thinking Amelia's not here. Amelia isn't in chat. Okay. Kramen! Hello! Everyone say hi to Kramen. Yeah, we'll just back out now then. Okay, so let's switch over to Celesteela, and Jill, you can just join right away here. Jill, you're on a good internet connection and everything, right? Hopefully. But yeah, otherwise we should be good. Okay. So let's go 0927 and then 1143. How about that? So 0927 1143. And this is, as a reminder, this is Kevin, Tegan, and let me add Jill. Nope. I really need to look into why the spreadsheet is doing this thing where I'm not allowed to select people from like the bottom, because it's very annoying. Yeah, see, I have to rotate my phone just to select Jill. You know, it's just annoying that I have to like pick up my phone, turn it, and then put it back down. You know, like I can do it like one-handed. If this phone worked properly, then I could do it like one-handed, but... Kieran says, what's y'all's opinion on Bakugan? I remember seeing like adverts for it and stuff, but... And I guess Xander can be the substitute here if Jill has any issues getting in, but hopefully Jill should be joining us any moment. But maybe because Jill is definitely here, we'll have the 45-second rule instead of the 59-second rule, or the 44-second rule. How about that? It's always quirkier when you don't end it in a 5 or a 0. Okay, sorry. But yeah, so just whilst there are a bunch of people here, number one, like the video if you haven't already. But number two, Jill, is everything okay? Bit concerned that you're not in the lobby. The lobby. We can always get you in Team 3, but like you just did the Nightbot 22-minute game, but you're not in the lobby, which is Yeah, we're waiting on you, Jill. Yeah, this is the one. Remember, we said we're not, if Amelia's not there for Stack Attacker, you can join us for Celesteela, and this is Celesteela. Well, that was earlier, but like for the past few minutes, we've been saying you should join us. Yeah, we're waiting on you. And you, oh, okay, because yeah, when you said a few minutes ago, hang on, I just want to go back. You're like, I am on standby as a test. Yeah, when we were saying all that, we were saying if Amelia doesn't come in, you can join us. So, okay. Oh, hang on. Why don't we back out? Hang on. Why don't we back out? Hang on. Why don't we back out just to make sure Jill... Sorry, Jill. So we'll do a new code, okay? I'm just going to wait a few seconds just for the 10-second delay and stuff like that. So, we'll go with... Sorry, again, apologies for any confusion. If I did say anything kind of silly or misleading, redo. We'll try that again. So Celesteela. Sorry, Tegan. Sorry, Kevin. No. It's okay. Again, there was a miscommunication. It's okay. So, right, let's go with 0927, if I can type it properly, and then 1146, okay? So 0927 1146, so 0927 1146. This is Kevin, Tegan, and Jill. I need to turn my phone again to select Jill. Yeah, I need to, like, Google this and look up how to fix this, because that's very annoying. But yeah, that's also why I was saying, like, Jill, I hope you're on, like, a good, like, internet connection and, you know, stuff like that. Jill, we don't have whether you have the shiny charm or not listed. That's wild. You've been in the streams for so long. But I guess maybe, like, when you played with us before and stuff like that, maybe you played with us more before we did, like, the Strike streams, and so once you actually were here during the Strike streams, we just never really bothered to update the spreadsheet. But, yay, you're in. Excellent. Celesteela. It's like a Skarmory. It's weak to fire and electric, but just watch out, though, because it does have Earthquake, which is very annoying. So maybe if we do get any... wide guard Pokemon, what do they include? Like Pelipper, Kingler, Hitmonlee, Mienshao, and there is like a fifth one, right? I feel like there's a fifth one, but I can't remember who now. But yeah, there's like Mienshao and Hitmonlee. I think, is it Hitmonlee? I think it's Hitmonlee. And then there's like Kingler and Pelipper. I feel like it's another... Oh, Mantine. It's Mantine, right? Or Mantine, sorry. But yeah, Mantine's the other one. So there you go. They're like 3 water types, 2 fighting types. But yeah. Right, anyway. And then, okay, but fire and electric's the main thing. But if we can get wide guard or a way to like lower its attack, that can be good. Oh, Flareon. Flareon. Flareon is excellent as well. We could get a Sun team going here as well. And then, yeah, the rest of these are kind of rubbish. So we can just pick whoever's like... Maybe, I don't know, Orbeetle's not bad. I would say Orbeetle's pretty solid. Or Scolipede, but yeah, we'll try and get Jill a better Pokemon. We'll work on getting Jill a better Pokemon. Right, let's see. We've got Bug, we've got Ghost, Water, Flying. Oh, Fire! Was that like a Carkol or something like that? Let's have a look. So I think we want to go to the right here. Oh, it's Heatmore! Oh, that's really... Oh, Jill. We're going to get Jill a Heatmore. There is a Scientist, but we don't need that. So let's go to the right. Let's go with, like, the Mimikyu or whatever first. And then... Oh, let's avoid the Wartortle, because it's a Water type and we're building a Fire team. But yeah, if we go to the right, and then if we go for the Persian, and then if we go for the Heatmore. Just remember with Heatmore, we can't use Fire moves on it, so we will have to use... like other moves, like Shadow Ball and stuff like that. But yeah. You don't have the Shiny Charm. That is not a problem. Kramen has already listed... Kramen, thank you very much. That was very quick. But yeah, Kramen, I don't think I've actually got to say this to you, but yeah, I've got this very annoying problem on my phone at the minute. It's like really new as well. I don't know what like phone update or whatever has done this, but if I like am on my phone and I select like a drop down box, right? Like if I scroll to the bottom of a drop down box, the final like person on the list is like it overlaps with like my home like other app and back buttons. So, you know, on like on a smartphone, you've got like back, like home. You've got like, you know, the triangle, the circle, and the square for like your other apps. Your like go to the home menu and like the back button. That overlaps with the bottom of like the drop down selection. So like, you know, if I hit on like today's trainers, like Jill is at the bottom, and so I cannot select Jill. The way to probably get around this is to like just add a fake person to the list and just have them at the bottom or something like that. In fact, actually, I could probably do that. Actually, I'm gonna do this. Hang on, this is really funny, but I'm doing something that's very funny here, but like none of you are going to be able to see it. But this is so dumb though. Why? Oh, hang on. Sorry, I got to select a move. Right, max flare. Sorry, here we go. Hang on, I want to do it like here though, instead of there. There we go. But then there we go. Yeah, basically, Xander, the place you want to look at is like the full list of trainers, and just look like at the bottom of that list. Oh, Amelia, hi. So you did miss out on your turn, but don't worry, we were able to push it back so you can join the next one, okay? But there we go. But yeah, but what I did cram in is I did put it at the very bottom of the today's trainers, because if anyone joins, it means you then have to like delete their name and replace another and then put them back in. And it's like, if you just put them permanently at the bottom, that's probably like the slightly easier and better thing to do. We could have, oh yeah, no. Yeah, Orbeetle is a little bit better against Persian than Mimikyu. Mimikyu does have the, like, immunity to Persian, but, yeah, I wouldn't really. Oh, Jill, this is important. This is the one thing I would advise, Jill. I would switch your Orbeetle for this Persian here. I would switch your Orbeetle for Persian, because Orbeetle is going to be bad against Heatmore. So I would maybe like have the Persian here just as a temporary switch. So I would switch for Persian and then switch Persian for the Heatmore afterwards. Yeah, Xander, you saw it. There we go. So yeah, so if I just type like an empty cell now, yeah, that means I can actually select people, and then that works. And then if I go like this. Right, okay. I'm just going to go with, like, Burning Jealousy here, because it's, like, the strongest move I've got. But, yeah, there we go. But, yeah. But, yeah, sorry. So, for those who cannot see the spreadsheet, which is all of you except, like, Xander and Kramen and myself, basically, in the... Okay, so what we have, right, we have like a full trainer list, right? So if we get someone new, we add them to the full trainer list. And then what we have is we have a list of like active trainers. So like people who have played in like the past few weeks or whatever, right? Just because the active trainer list is like a shorter list than the the full list. We don't want to be scrolling through everyone who has played at some point in the past year anytime we want to select someone, right? So we have like these four lists. We have the full list, we have a recently active list, we have the people who are like available and able to play today, and then we actually have the different teams, so like Team 1, Team 2, Team 3, Team 4. And what I did is that in the full list, I added a trainer at the very bottom called Faker, and then I gave them the in-game trainer name of No, You're the Faker. So if you get that reference, kudos. Maybe I should have gone, No, You're the Faker, or something like that, but anyway. But then if we add the Faker to all of our various lists, so we've got the Faker on the full list, the Faker is on the active list, the Faker is on today's list. If you do all of that, then it just solves this problem. But, oh, Jill, you've never seen our creamy Gigantamaxed? Oh, but you must have. Well, it is Gigantamaxed in the gym battle, I believe. But yeah, it might have been a long time before you've seen it, potentially. But Kaz, hello. So yeah. Anyway, so I was just making Sonic and Shadow references in the spreadsheet that you guys can't even see. Right, there is a scientist. I don't think we should do the science though. I mean, Jill could, technically, but I think it's probably better to just keep the Persian. Poison. Right, I'm just going to say no. And then, here we go. So we've got all our fire types. And then we've got heat more. Oh, Jill, this is the other important thing as well. So, against the Celesteela, you are going to be Dynamaxing, okay? But, and this is the important part, when you Dynamax, you're going to have, if I remember right, you're going to have 4 max moves, right? You're going to have a max Flare, a max Overgrowth, a max Guard, and then like another max Flare. And basically, the point of this is that you're going to have multiple max Flares. The important thing for you to do is to pick the more powerful special attacking one and not the lower attack physical one, okay? Like, you're going to have 2 max flares, one will be weaker and physical, and one will be stronger and special, and you want to pick the stronger special one. I know that sounds really patronizing to be like, pick the one with the higher number, but if they do have the same, I don't think they should be the same number. I think one is going to be stronger than the other. But if it turns out they have the same number, it's important to pick the special attack one, which I think will be like at the bottom. I think it should be at the bottom as well. But just, you're going to have 2 max flares, but don't just click like the first max flare, because the other one is actually better. Okay. I'm hoping Flareon went for Max Phantasm, but I didn't pay attention. But yeah, sometimes when a Pokemon has like multiple moves, it can just be like very annoying, and because you know there is like a bit of an art to use it. If you have like multiple moves of the same type, it can be. Oh yes, there we go. Yes, I was hoping, Tegan, you like read my mind. I was hoping you'd do like a Max Phantasm and then like a Max Guard or something like that, and then with like Decorate, like that would all work out really well. So yeah, I am sorry that I'm only using Skitter Smack. If you're like, Bo, it's like, but I only have fire moves, which Heatmore is immune to, and then I have, oh no, poison, no. But you would have died if you were an Orbeetle anyway, so. Epic Gamer, hello. Welcome. Okay. But as long as we just do what we did again. 2, 4, 6, 8. Is this feeble or great? Oh, it's feeble. I love the shirt and the avatar though, Jill. I don't think your avatar looked like that the last time we played together. So very cool. Okay. So well done, everyone. But okay, so yeah, Jill, you're gonna switch here. Time to say goodbye to Persian. It contributed very little, but we 07 salute it anyway. And then we will proceed with the final battle. Not the end of the. That makes it sound like the end of the stream. We've still got plenty of stream left. Don't worry. But yeah, so if Jill's gonna switch, Jill, please switch. Jill, please switch. Thank you, Jill, for doing a switch. Nicely done. And then we will proceed with the Celesteela, who hopefully will not earthquake us all to smithereens. I'm kind of hoping that Celesteela uses Max Steel Spike and then I use Burning Jealousy and then it, like, gives it a burn, but we'll see what happens. Okay, come on, Celesteela, you freaky thing. Celesteela looks like a weird... You know, like in, like, Legend of Zelda games, there'll always be a couple of, like, weird enemies? Celesteela looks like one of those enemies. So Jill, Dynamax and use your, you know, special, more powerful Max Flare. And then we should be good. Okay, here we go. It's a bamboo rocket or a bamboo spaceship! Spaceship! Oh, Smackdown, okay. He'll lay the smackdown on you. Okay, that's honestly one of the best outcomes we could have hoped for. Right, here's the Max Flare. Heatmore is fast. So it is going to get that sunny day in. This is cool. Right, Burning Jealousy, nice. Again, Celesteela is very defensive, so when we are able to... ooh, okay, yeah, so that's like, we've got the sun up now. This is good, Burning Jealousy, so should get it to about half. Okay, good. So if we all just do what we're doing, we're going to beat this thing in 2 turns, hopefully. Hopefully. Leech Seed? What? Lamphunt, you dodged it, oh buddy, oh pal. Okay, there we go. Oh, Speed Tie? No, I'm very confused now. Right, here's the Max Flare. Finish it, Jill. This should get the finish, I think. Yes! Well done for the Decorate as well. Nicely done. Team 2, well done. Okay, so we're going to try for Stack Attack. Oh, hang on, I didn't actually change Stack Attacker to Celesteela. Okay, I think spreadsheets have some kind of inbuilt thing where after an hour, that's when it messes up. Because it's always after an hour. It's always after an hour. Oh, and then Kramen changed that one as well. I also need to Kramen on the list of like Pokemon. I need to add. Well, let's just see if I could. Let's just see if this works for this. Okay, so Mimikyu is not shiny. Boo. Persian is also not shiny. I do need a shiny Heatmore. No. Okay, that's fine. I didn't want one anyway. I really want one. I have Durant, but I need Heatmore. But will we get the White Bamboo Celesteela? No. Dang. Jill, did you get a shiny? It is mathematically less likely for you to happen, what with the no shiny charm, but it could still happen. No sparkles there, no sparkles there, no sparkles there, and no sparkles there. And then calm, naive, adamant, and lonely. So yeah, basically, Heatmore didn't have a very good special attack, but I didn't know Heatmore's like attack was so good, to be honest. But I'm gonna just go with the naive Persian, a naive cat, because a lot of cats are kind of naive. Da, 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 da. No shinies, dang. Okay, so we saved the game. Welcome back. Would you like us to keep a record of where you found Celesteela? I'm going to say yes. Okay, so chat. Team 3. So Amelia, are you around for a Stack Attacker? And if so, who can do Stack Attacker here? If I just type in Stack Attacker. Who can do Stack Attacker? If you are able to do a Stack Attacker, could you please say strike the number of times you have played thus far today, and then let me know if you are interested in joining us for a Stack Attacker right now. So we're going to be doing Stack Attacker. Let me know, ready, set, bow, all that stuff, if you can do Stack Attacker. Say, I strike number of times you've played, I can do Stack Attacker. But let's see. Because, like, if Epic wanted to join us, Epic could. But yeah, and provided Amelia is definitely still here. So hopefully Amelia is still here. Oh, you did do Sparkles 2 minutes ago, so yeah, you should be good. Okay. We might have to do some kind of Nightbot 22 random selection game. Just looking at everything, but let's see what we've got. My internet's good thanks to your coaching. But oh, Jill, that's very sweet. Jill just did a $2 super chat. That's very lovely. Thank you, Jill. Okay, so I think here's what I'm thinking. Maybe if Kieran, can I hold you back for Nihilego if that's okay? And then maybe we'll do like a Nightbot random selection. And then we'll see how this goes. So let's see what let's see what we've got. Number 1, Jill. Number 2, Kevin. I mean, I should give it to Jill because Jill just did a super chat, but then I'd be accused of accepting a bribe. Okay, hang on. Okay, so here's what I've got. And forgive me if I've typed anyone's names incorrectly. It's just because I'm sitting at my laptop at an angle and can't really type properly. But if we say number 1 is Jill, number 2 is Kevin, number 3 is Alex, number 4 is Xander, and number 5 is Tegan. Normally I would just be like, oh, let's give Xander a team, but Xander can always join like the next team or team 5 or whatever. But we're going to do the Nightbot random selection game with 5 people, and we're going to do it twice, okay? So Amelia is going to be player number 1. Amelia is in the Stack Attacker lineup. But here's what we're going to do. We're going to do the Nightbot random selection game. And we'll see who it picks. The first person is Jill! The super chat worked! Okay, did you pay off Nightbot as well, Jill? But Jill is... Okay, so Jill is going to be in this one as well, okay? But we need to keep going. It'll probably pick Jill again. Just watch. It's a 1 in 5 chance, but it's going to pick Jill again. So let's see, who is our other player going to be? It is... Jill, you're so nice. It picked you twice. Dang it. Dang it, Nightbot. Okay, 20% chance. Jill again. Oh my god. That's a 1 in 125 chance. See, this is what, Jill, this is why people are accusing you of bribery, because people are like, a 1 in 125 chance can't happen. Okay, let's try this again. Again. This is going to be like a 1 in 625. Okay, it's number 4. I have to scroll up now to see who number 4 was. It was Xander. Okay. I couldn't remember if it was like Alexander or Tegan. I couldn't remember what order I did you guys, gals, non-binary powers in. Okay. So Xander is going to be our other player. But if you guys are still around, we'll hopefully get you in on Nihilego or whatever we do for like the... What do we call the Team 5 wild card? Do we call it the Super Wild card? Do we call it the Wild card? I kind of quite like the Wild card. Do we call it the Card Wild? We got the Wild card and the Card Wild. But yeah. But anyway, Team 3. Amelia, Jill, Xander, please come on down. So make sure you are connected to the internet on the YCOM. Make sure you talk to the nice scientist lady. Make sure that you select anything goes while I select Stack Attacker. And then we should be good, okay? 0927, and then let's go 1208, okay? So 0927 1208. And that's the code, and here we go. Like calling it the bonus card. Ooh, I like that. Yeah, we could have the regular tickets, the wild card, and then the bonus card. Yes, I like that. Bonus card does kind of make it sound like you're doing like more than you would be doing, is my only critique of it, but I do quite like that. So I will be stealing it from here on in, I think. Okay. But here we go. But right, so Amelia, Jill, Xander, please come on down. And Jill, like if you're like, hang on, am I in this team? Yes, Nightbot picked you 3 times. But no, okay. Amelia, though, this is your time. This is, now is the time to join us, Amelia. I almost might just quickly, like, do the thing again, because we might need another substitute here. The random number is 3, so was that Alex? Or was that Tegan? I think it was Alex, right? Alex, if you want to be the backup in case Amelia is gone again, would you like to be the backup for this? Unless you can't do stack attacker, but Alex, if you want to be the like stack attacker the backer upper for the stack attacker upper, I don't know, the stacker backer, the backer stacker, the backer stack attacker, then that could be. Or if Alex isn't... Oh, okay, Alex is doing Giratina. Okay. Well, Tegan could be the backup. But yeah, I'm just... I don't really want to, like, wait around again if, like, Amelia's not here. Okay, why don't we have Tegan? So, Tegan, why don't you... Oh, no, wait. Amelia! Yay, Amelia... Okay, Amelia made it. Thank goodness. Okay, Amelia, definitely make sure you are watching live if you're not watching live, because that was a very late joining. Okay, Amelia made it, so we're good. Okay, so guys, Stack Attacker, it's very weak to ground and fighting, but then it is also weak to water. If we get a rain team, don't knock a good rain team, because that is almost just as good. So there we go. Okay. Because right now it's 11 past 12 Pacific time. So it's 12:11, basically. 12:11 p.m. So make sure you're watching live. Right, okay. See, if we want to go for rain teams and fighting types, I feel like Torkoal is like the antithesis of that. I think I have to go with Roselia because it has Weather Ball, which could be rainy. And then it also has Extra Sensory, which is good against fighting types. Escavalier does have Razor Shell. So I'll just mention that as well. So, okay, Morpeko is okay. I think maybe Morpeko is like the okay Pokemon here. But we'll have to see. Okay, here we go. Let's see what we got. We've got Bronzong. Oh, Pelipper! Pelipper! We want to go for the Pelipper. Let's see. If we go right for the Pelipper, and then... Oh, Creamy again! And then there's a Barboach, which is okay. But, yeah. Although, here's the thing I'm thinking, though. Maybe, like, I could switch for the Whiscash or something like that. Either myself or Escavalier. Escavalier does have a ground move, but it's a very weak ground move. And it is physical instead of special. I think maybe we could do something like Escavalier for Whiscash, because Whiscash using, like, water moves in the rain could be really good. Just because we're gonna have... Oh, wait, no. Oh, wait, hang on. Because... Do we want to get rid of Morpeko for Pelipper as bait? Because, yeah, so basically, if we switch Morpeko... So, Amelia, it's very important that Amelia gets Pelipper, okay? Maybe, get Pelipper. There we go. One thing I'll say... This is an important reminder. Whenever we say, oh, specific person gets specific Pokemon, that doesn't mean that other people should just, like, if other people kind of maybe need to switch as well, don't just press the B button right away, though. So, like, Escavalier and myself shouldn't press the B button right away, just because... You know, if like, Amelia didn't switch for Pelipper for some reason, like, Roselia and Escavalier would be acceptable, like, backup swaps. Like, we want Amelia to switch for Pelipper, but this is just as, like, a general rule, because this is, like, a rule we don't really talk enough about. Like, if you're a Pokemon, like, Blaziken, we want to keep Blaziken until the end, because... it's a fighting type with a fighting move. So, like, we don't need to switch Blaziken, so Blaziken can press the B button, you know, at the end of every round. Like, do you want to switch for this? No. But, like, for the other Pokemon, like, you know, Morpeko, Escavalier, and Roserade are all Pokemon that we could switch for, like, water types and stuff like that. And so if you are a Pokemon who is going to switch, like, at some point, Poison Point, then what you have is you don't want to rush into saying, no, I don't need to switch here, because you always want to see, like, if someone has a disconnect and becomes a computer, they may not switch, like, so that's why it's very important to, you know, we want the designated person to switch, but you always want to hold off saying no to a switch until they have definitely done their switch. So, Amelia, please switch here and get the Pelipper. This is very important. But, like, everyone else, apart from Blaziken, like, be on standby just in case that doesn't happen. Because we're not seeing Amelia in chat, which is kind of concerning. And this is called Bo Plays with his chat. So Amelia switch, Gemma, Morpeko now switch, do switch. Yeah, okay. So now that, like, Amelia's done the switch, we can say no. You know, like, it's good now. But so that's kind of the way we should do it. Like, you wait for the person who we said to switch, and then say no. Right, we do have our Creamy, so we want to do our Creamy because we want to get Whiscash. One thing I'm wondering is whether it might be worth having our Creamy again for Decorate. Or whether we do just want more, you know, attackers, I don't know. But honestly, sometimes sometimes the game will choose your Pokemon for you for no reason. Like, it just does it, yeah. We have had that happen before, but I don't know why. I don't know what that is, but yeah, that is a weird thing. But yeah, we just want to, like, Weather Ball. Unfortunately, Blaziken is kind of useless here. I don't know if it could use Coaching to help us Escavalier. Maybe that's, like, the best thing to do here. I am just going to use Weather Ball because it's my best move outside of Leaf Storm. Oh, wait, Escavalier is Dynamaxing. Oh, this is excellent. I kind of forgot about all the other Dynamaxes. But excellent. But yeah. Oh no, Amelia! No, Amelia! You got to use Weather Ball, Amelia. Strongest moves, Amelia. You got to use Weather Ball. Because we don't have a great lineup for this. Our Creamy, but, like, you're like our strong. You and, like, Escavalier are like our strongest attackers here, and we need you to use your strongest move. You can't hold back. The one thing about this mode is you can't hold back. We don't want to be like, as much as I love Ryan Bartley, we can't be polite to enemy our Creamies, okay? So here's the Max Geyser. Let's do this thing. You gotta play your ball like that. That's a very good pun, but yeah. Okay. Luckily, the Decorate and the Max Geyser worked really well there, so that's really cool. But yeah, I'm just gonna use Weather Ball again here. But if you use a Weather Ball here, it'll do a ton of... Watch how much more damage it'll do than, like, dual Wing Beat. Can we get a burn on it? No, okay. Weather Ball. Ooh, okay. And then Pelipper Weather Ball. Nice, there we go. Excellently done. Well done, guys. Well done, Team 3. Okay. So, right, so we want to catch everything. You don't have to keep them, but always catch them. Ash, catch them. But yeah, our Creamy does have Magical Leaf, which is super effective against Whiscash. I just don't know if we really want to... Like, do we want to have, like, our Creamy and Whiscash? Like, instead of, like, a Escavalier? Like, a Escavalier isn't that great against Whiscash. So, like, maybe Xander could switch here in theory. But... Like, I can't switch because I'm good against Whiscash, so I definitely need to stay for at least one more battle here. But yeah, so, no to the Pelipper. I do think, though, maybe, like, the Magical Leaf could be helpful here. Because the thing is, you'd be using a non-stab weak water move in the rain, which isn't gonna do that much damage. I almost think just having Decorate and like helping out. Oh, so Amelia, this is very important. Okay, this is very important. You're going to be Dynamaxing against the stack attacker, right? But this is very important. When you Dynamax, your Weather Ball is going to be listed as Max Strike, and it will say that it's not very effective, but you need to select Max Strike, because that will be a Max Geyser. It won't say it's Max Geyser, it won't say that it's a super effective water move, but I promise you, when you Dynamax against the stack attacker, like select your, like where your Weather Ball was, it will turn into a Max Strike, but select that Weather Ball Max Strike, and it will turn into a Max... Not the Quick Attack, because Pelipper has Quick Attack, okay? But, like, I think Weather Ball is, like, at the bottom of your move selection. If you select, like, the quote-unquote Weather Ball Max Strike, that will become a Max Geyser. So just make sure that you select, like, the Weather Ball Max move, okay? Right, there's Leaf Storm. Okay, I know it's like, but Bo, you save, you know, your Leaf Storm for turn 2. But like, but yeah. Okay, Max Knuckle. Nice. I think how Creamy's gonna just miss out on the KO here. Donkey Kong, hello, you got Tornadus in Dynamax. Yes! You had 2 raid encounters. Wow, that's very quick. That's amazing. Wow, we got it in 1 turn. We got the Whiscash in 1 turn. Well done, everyone. So we want to catch this. But yeah, I think I'm going to switch for this just so that, like, I have a water move, like a stab water move. And then basically, our Creamy can decorate Pelipper. I can use stab water. And Blaziken can just, like, close combat. And you probably do just want to, like, close combat right away, I would say. But yeah. There we go. So we've got fighting, we've got water, and there we go. We don't get any items or berries or anything, which sucks, but that's okay then. That's okay. I have embraced the light of the all-belching Whiscash. Yeah, we got level. Yeah, that's like, it's just a shame. Like the Steel, the one thing that is immune to the best move ever, Bleach Belch. Any Bleach fans here, as in the anime and manga? I didn't really enjoy Bleach much. I watched like the first 3 seasons of it, and I just didn't really enjoy it. I was kind of like waiting for something that never really kind of happened, and I just didn't really enjoy my time with it. Right, I'm going to Muddy Water. Hopefully it hits. I know I shouldn't have said that out loud, but... So, Amelia's Dynamaxing. We're going to get a nice Max Geyser here. Whiscash has been whisk-caught. I like it, Kaz. That's very good. Oh, Jupiter, you're in CA. I'm in CA. Okay. Yes, you did it, Amelia! Kadoosh. Very nice. Come on, this is very close. This is very close. The annoying thing, if our Creamy is faster than me, then it's really annoying, because maybe if like a Decorate had been used on me, we would have like got the KO here. I think I'm going to just miss out on this. Yeah, never mind. So we could have one-turned it. Maybe we should pay more attention to move order. But I easily could have missed that, so... I easily could have missed my Muddy Water there, so... So it just, everyone keep doing the same thing again, basically. No, oh, Creamy. No. Also, how many moves did that thing get there? I swear it just did like 3 moves, but feels like 3 moves. How is everyone's day? My day today is better than my day yesterday. Yesterday sucked. Yesterday can go suck a bag of lemons. But yeah. Right, here we go. One last hurrah. Again, why am I making it sound like this is the final Dynamax adventure? It's not. 2, 4, 6, 8, glorious cheer was great! Oh, defense. That would have helped a minute ago. That ironically would have saved Alcremie. Right, here's close combat. Kadoosh. So well done, everyone. Stars and sparkles, sparkles and stars. And it's time for Bo to shame his fans. Because I need to see how many likes should we have on the video. We should have at least 14 likes. Hopefully we have 14 likes. Also, somehow, despite the bribery, Xander is still technically listed above Jill as a #1 fan. Jill is in #2. That is unfair, I think. No offense to Xander. I think Xander's a worthy #2, but I'm kind of surprised Jill isn't at #1 because of that. But okay, so well done, Team 3. Excellently done. And Amelia, I'm glad you got to join us for this one. So let's have a look through. Pelipper is a no. You can't spell Pelipper without prr. But right, Alcremie is not shiny. Whiscash is also not shiny. But will we get the most important one of all? The Golden Stack Attacker! No! I'm crying tears of the kingdom. Right, so no sparkles there, no sparkles there, no sparkles there. Let's see what we've got. Rash. Ooh, quirky. Calm. And modest. I'm going to go with a Rash Pelipper. It flies in your house and knocks over all your stuff. Like in Finding Nemo. Messes up your dentist's office and causes all kind of chaos. Right. Okay, so that is it for all of my tickets. Now we move on to the wildcard round, which is going to be hosted by Senor Kieran. Kieran. So if Kieran is at the top of Team 4, we need to figure out who is in the middle and the bottom of Team 4. So guys, gals, non-binary pals, could you please let me know about Nihilego? Hang on, Nihilego. What we're gonna do? Yeah, that's the people like looking in. Yeah, that's really good. Okay, so if you are interested in doing a Nihilego with me and Kieran right here, right now, and I know it should be with Kieran and me, is how I should have said that. But if you are interested in doing a Nihilego with myself and Kieran, could you please say, strike, I can do Nihilego, and then let me know, like, the number of times that, the number of times you play. So let me know the number of times you've played today, and if you can do Nihilego. Ready, set, Bo, let me know. And here we go. So yeah, let me know what you can do. Oh yeah, let me know how that Giratina's going. Because yeah, we could always like wait up. We might have to do some Nightbot shenanigans here. Oh yeah, actually we might not be able to do the Nihilego until Kieran's done. So jokes on you. But let's see. Okay, we've got Alex and we've got Tegan. Jill is at a strike 2, so actually let's see who we. Okay, in game theory, Kevin has played once, Amelia's played once, Alex has played once. Why does it list... Oh, I was like, why is it listing Tegan as twice? I just realized. Yeah, it's because we need to change, like, this. There we go. Actually, no, wait, hang on. I have a different idea. Or do I? I don't know. There we go, I'll just do that. There we go, that fixed it. But yeah, so like Alex, Amelia, Tegan, Kevin, they've all played once. So yeah. And Kieran as well. But there we go, I fixed the spreadsheet. You are 2 people. Did you eat the cherry from New Super Mario 3D World? I just got the name of that game wrong, but... Okay, okay, so we could have Kieran, Tegan, and Alex for this, and then that would work, I would say. Because, yeah, Amelia couldn't said about not being able to do this. So, yeah, does that sound like a plan? That would be like a fair and balanced thing, ultimately, I would say. But yeah, so Kieran, Tegan, and Alex. Oh, you can add a space at the end? Oh, that's interesting. I didn't know that. Oh, well, that's like way simpler than my convoluted plans. Okay. Good to know. Thank you, Kramen. Okay, anyway, Kieran, Tegan, Alex, please come on down, and thank you for joining us. Okay, so please make sure you are connected to the internet. As always, I know, I always have to say it, but there's always someone who, every once in a while, there'll be someone who forgets. Please say anything is fine. We are here on the wild card round, which means I'm going to be saying it as well. And then we wait for a code from Kieran, which is actually already there. So it's 55, 54, 52, 20. Or 5554 5220. But I quite like saying 55, 54, 52, 20. I feel like that's just a little bit easier to process. Rainbow. So Kieran is here. Alex is here. Bo is here. And then we just need Tegan. Tegan's here. Okay, excellent. So Nihilego, it's super duper mega weak to ground, and then it's also very weak to steel, and water and psychic in that order. So yeah, ground is like the best, but then like steel, water, psychic. That's my theory, my game theory. And there we go. I say steel is better than water because it's got the like immunity and resistance to poison and rock. And then water is good because like rain boosted damage can do so much. And then psychic is good because the terrain boosted damage is good. Right, Kingler does have Wide Guard, which can protect from Sludge Wave, and it is a water type, so I'm going with Kingler. Quagsire! Quag! Oh, and Swoobat, Psychic. Yes, okay. Okay, so we've actually got a pretty good team here. We've got Steel, we've got... Did we... Steel, Water... So we basically... And then more Water. Okay, but there is a Ground. We do have Ground. And I would say maybe Tegan. We want to give Tegan a Ground type. Okay, so let's see. We've got Palpitoad. And then... But we'll want to avoid Ivysaur if we do that. And then there is Marowak. Are we able to do... Oh, but... okay. If we did Palpitoad and then Ivysaur, we could do Marowak as well, and we could get 2 ground types. Okay, here's my theory, my game theory. Here's my theory, hear me out. What if we switched Quagsire for Palpitoad, right? Which I know is a water ground for a water ground. And it's like, Bo, what you doing? But hear me out. If we switch it, Palpitoad has Bounce, which means it can get out of the way of an Ivysaur. And then what that means... And then we could switch Swoobat for the Marowak. I know it would be nicer to like have an extra water type. Like, initially I was thinking, oh, we'll switch Swoobat for Palpitoad, and then we would actually have an extra water type for the Marowak. But I think Ivysaur would be more dangerous if we had, like, 2 water and ground types. So I'm thinking Abraham Lincoln that... I'm thinking maybe if we switch Quagsire for Palpitoad, we would only have one thing... Because, like, Kingler can use Dig. So I can use Dig, Palpitoad can use Bounce, and then we can let Swoobat and Togedemaru kind of do all the heavy lifting. Although, maybe it depends on who's Dynamaxing on the next turn. Because, like, if... I can't remember who's Dynamaxing. Am I Dynamaxing next? If I'm Dynamaxing next, then I could survive against an Ivysaur. But yeah, so I'm actually thinking Quagsire. We could get rid of Quagsire now. I know that's sad. We love Quagsire here at Bovio Games. But, am I set? No, hang on. Togedemaru's... Okay, so I'm the next Dynamaxer. Okay. Okay, so I could, okay, so I could just survive by, like, Dynamaxing. I'm sure I can, like, tank Ivysaur if I Dynamax, or Gigantamax. I don't know what move I would... Oh, no, if I used a Max Quake as well, that would boost our special defense, which would help as well. So... Alex, that was what I was thinking as well. Quagsire has Scald and Focus Blast, which you very humorously call, as the internet does, Focus Miss. But that's all it had. Like, it's not even... Like, it can't even, like, hit Ivysaur at all. Like, say if we had something like Wartortle, right? And we're like, oh no, like, Wartortle's bad against Ivysaur. But it does have Ice Beam. So, like, you know, oh, well, that would be something. But yeah, Quagsire doesn't even have anything that's, like, neutral to Ivysaur. So, I think if we get rid of because we want the Palpitoad. The thing is that we want the Palpitoad. And Quagsire's not, like, it's not that great against Nihilego anyway. Again, I know it would have been nice to stuff our team with more water types or something, but I think Swoobat is going to be a really important part of beating Ivysaur. Being able to Gigantamax with Kingler is an important element, and then... So I think do the Water Ground for Water Ground, like Quagsire for Palpitoad. If we weren't aiming for the Marowak at the end, which I guess we don't really have to, but I do think having Marowak will be helpful, because it's like a physical ground. Palpitoad is a special ground, but like... Palpitoad is a special ground, but Marowak's a physical ground, and I think having physical ground is going to be important. So everyone else is good now. Everyone else can just pass on now. But... That's the thing, Palpitoad is, like, really, really good, because it has, like, Scald and Earth Power, so it's just good for, like, getting through these. But yeah, I think if we aim for the Marowak, I do think that would be a good... Again, I know Ivysaur is risky, I know we could lose a couple of lives here, but the thing is, once we get... In fact, what we could do, I tell you what we could do... If we were going to switch Swoobat for Marowak, we could switch Swoobat for Ivysaur. And then we could have Ivysaur against Marowak. Does that sound like a good idea? Because if we had, like, Kingler, Palpitoad, and Ivysaur all wailing on Marowak, I know poor Togedemaru is not in a good... Togedemaru is, like, struggling against everything here, but it will be amazing against Nihilego. But I am going to use Max Quake because this will boost our special defense, so it will help us out. But yeah, I think maybe if we get rid of Swoobat for Ivysaur, I do think that means we might be able to, like, one-turn Marowak, and then that'll be helpful as well. And then we can switch Ivysaur, and then we could switch the Ivysaur for the Marowak, and then we'll be good as well, so... Okay, thank you, Tegan. And yeah, I'm glad that I don't sound crazy for that. I just, again, like, because here's the thing about Swoobat as well. Yes, it is a psychic type, but it is also flying. Sorry, I had to, like, hiccup there. But it is also flying, so it's, like, not that great against Nihilego. So... That's kind of thing. Quagsire and Swoobat, they are good Pokemon to have against Nihilego, but I feel like given the alternatives we've kind of got, like, the alternative Pokemon we are now using instead of them are much, much better. Ooh, shiny Ivysaur. It'll be good. It'll be a good one. Right, there's the... Okay. So we're going to hide quick before Ivysaur now comes. Okay. So Ivysaur's... Oh, Synthesis! Boo! We've done half its health, though. Oh, but the bounce might help us. I don't know. Let's see what we got here. Okay. I was tempted to use a Max Knuckle, but I did just want to boost our special defense. Okay. Psychic would have been better than Air Slash, but... because it is more powerful and it's more accurate. But... hopefully, though... okay, not quite enough. Okay, we just got to hope Bounce can get the... we just got to hope that everything's okay now with the Bounce. Oh, Bounce did it! Yes! Well done, Team 4. Oh, my gosh. No, that's okay, Tegan. It all worked out. Like, you're going to switch now anyway. It all worked out, so it's okay. It's just one of those things where I was so afraid that Bounce was going to leave it with, like, the tiniest sliver. And if it had the tiniest sliver... that would have been the difference between, like, an Air Slash and a Psychic. So that's all I was really worried about there. I just wasn't sure if we were gonna... and Bounce has a high chance of missing... well, not a high chance of missing, but, like, a good enough chance of missing. But yeah, so Swoobat Switch, 07, now Swoobat Switch. But no, well done, everyone. Very nice work. So it's cool. Again, I don't say these things to, like, and again, when I point out stuff like that, please know I'm not, like, being mean. I just like sort of pointing out, because we've sort of done this mode a lot and stuff like that, I do just like pointing out, like, good little habits to get into and stuff like that. Because sometimes it's so easy to, like, go into autopilot or whatever. But right, we don't need to do any science. I'm sorry, Kieran, we don't need to do any science here. But yeah, when you have a steel is just, like, way too good to, like, turn up. Because basically Nihilego, like, can't... well, Nihilego does have Brutal Swing, doesn't it? Which I kind of always forget about. I always think it just has Poison and Rock, but it does have Brutal Swing as well. But basically, though, by having Togedemaru, though, it's just, you've got, like, by having, like, a steel type, you're just, like, really bulky against Nihilego. It just means you can use, like, Iron Head, like, again and again and again and again and again. Right, anyway, let's do this thing. So hopefully we are able to... I would love it if we could one-turn this, but we'll have to see. But here's the thing. If Palpitoad goes first, and it sets up the rain, and I get a Crab Hammer off, and particularly if I get a crit, because Crab Hammer has a high crit chance, we could one-turn this. Poison immunity. That's saying poison immunity is so good. It means you don't have to worry about Acid Spray or Sludge Wave. And then you've got the resistance to Rock. Like, the only thing you have to worry about is Brutal Swing. And saying the phrase worry about Brutal Swing is like... the words worry about are doing a lot of heavy lifting in that sentence. Steel types do not need to worry about Nihilego using Brutal Swing. They usually have pretty good, like, defense. Dang, King was fast. This is surprising. Okay. So we won't one-turn it, but I'm not too worried here. The only thing we do have to worry about is Togedemaru. And particularly if it uses a Bone Meringue, because that's the one attack that can break through Sturdy. Damn. Okay, that sucks. That sucks. But this is okay. Like, again, Togedemaru is there because it's great for Nihilego. But that sucks. The fact that it did use the one move, like, if it had used a Max Quake, would have been fine. But because it went specifically for Bone Meringue, that really sucked. That really sucked. And I can hear the scientists screaming at us now, you should have switched! It's like, maybe, but Togedemaru's too good, dang it. Oh, 2, 4, 6, 8, that was feeble. I don't think we've really had much feeble today, have we? We've actually had, like, a bunch of good cheers today. Like, I do want to give props to that. But there we go. It's the Nightbot 22-minute game. Okay, well done, Team 4. Let's catch this thing. We want to catch him. You don't have to keep him, but always catch him. Ash, catch him. And let's do this. And then, yeah, Tegan. So if you swap again, because, yeah, Marowak is going to be real. And if you use Bone Meringue again... Well, actually, no, you're going to max Quake, aren't you? But if you max Quake with Marowak against the Nihilego, that's going to be really, really awesome. But, yeah. Now, I could, out of, like, an abundance of caution, like, use Wide Guard or something like that. But I'm just going to attack this thing with Crab Hammer. Maybe if it uses Wander Room, I'll, like, not worry, but I think just in this mode, offense is like the best strategy. You do want to just wrap up battles as quickly as possible. And I think like getting caught up in like, well, if I use like a Wide Guard against a potential Sludge Wave or Brutal Swing, no, just attack. Because if you don't attack it, then it has more chances to use Sludge Wave or Brutal Swing is the thing. So... But right, we're going to Dynamax, we're going to use some Max Quakes and Earth Powers and Iron Heads and all that lovely stuff. And I am using Crab Hammer instead of Dig because Dig is 2 turns and it's ultimately the less good thing. Well, I suppose it's a... if I miss a Crab Hammer, it's not ideal, but mathematically speaking, 2 Crab Hammers is better than 1 Dig. Alex, you love the Ultra Beasts, such cool ones. I like the Ultra Beasts. I think they're cool. And I don't think they're, like, that weird. Like, people talk about them as if they're, like, the most un-Pokemon-like things ever. And I just don't really feel that way. Like, they've certainly got, like, a unique flair to them or whatever. But they're not, like, you know, they're not, like, so alien that they don't feel like they don't feel like they don't belong in the games at all, or whatever, you know? So, I like them. Right, anyway, well done, everyone. So, we've got the special defense boost. That's really helpful. That is really helpful, because if it does use Sludge Wave here or something, we're well insulated against it. Maybe, like, now would be a good time to use a Wide Guard, because, like, we're on the final turn or whatever, but... And it's like, we're definitely going to be KOing it this turn. But yeah, Max Dark. Oh, wow, it's actually just going with the Max Darkness. But yeah, I mean, look at that. It did half my health. That was nothing. Nothing. Okay, Power Gem. So that's where you go Togedemaru. Look, it tanks that beautifully. Right, Iron Head. Kadoosh. And then Crab Hammer, which hits. Nicely done, Kingler. Team 4. Oh, and a crit. Now I get a crit. Team 4. Very well played. Seriously, very well played, guys. We've had a lot of very good play today. I want to just say that, and I want to thank you. It's why I kind of did this series online rather than just soloing for all these shinies throughout my strike. Because it's like, it's nice having clever, lovely people to play with. So well done, everyone. Well done. Stars and Sparkles. Sparkles and Stars. I might just see if it's time for Bo to shame his fans. Whoa, Jill is #1 now. The bribe. It worked. Okay, we should... we probably don't have any more likes than before, but if you haven't liked yet, now would be an amazing time too, because we did just beat a boss. So, Palpitoad. I need that. But it's a Palpinode. Will we get a shiny Ivysaur? No. Will we get a ground down by a Marowak? No. But 16 likes. Okay, that's good. That's good enough. But chat, hopefully you've got shinies. Let's find out if I've got one. Will I get the Golden Nihilego? No. Dang. So no shinies for Tegan. But what about Alex and Kieran? Okay, so let's see. No Sparkles there, no Sparkles there, no Sparkles there, and no Sparkles there. And let's just do a quick look. Lax! There's Lax! And Quiet, and Serious, and Gentle. So we've got Lax and Gentle. There you go. It wasn't enough for just one of them. It had to be both. And it's a girl Ivysaur, so that's quite fun. What Ultra Beast would I hug? Kartana's tiny. But no, Poipole. Poipole. It's cute and it's little. So there you go. It'll probably accidentally poison me with some kind of interdimensional disease, but I don't care. Chat, my lovely chat. We are now on to the bonus card. My own original theme song, if you ignore that it already exists in Donkey Kong Country 2. Would you like to save Nihilego? I say no, Nihile, no. But yes, anyway, Amelia, thank you so much, and we'll see you for another one, hopefully. But bye for now. Okay, so chat, my lovely chat, could you let me know, could you please let me know, I'm gonna bring up my tickets, right? My tickets are for Thunderous, Celesteela, and Stack Attacker, and then we have Nihilego as the wild card, right? So for the bonus card, we could do any one of them, but we need to see who is available and who can do what and all that lovely stuff. So could you guys, gals, non-binary pals, please let me know, strike the number of times you have played today, and then let me know which of those 4 Pokemon you can do, please. Here we go. Let's do this thing. Ready, set, bow, all that stuff. Kevin is a strike 1, so I think we do need to give some priority to Kevin here, because... and it is Xander Day, but we are going to be trying to do more Xander Days now, so I might not hold Xander to that standard. But let's see. It might be fun to do the Nightbot random selection game with like a whole load of people though. So that's the thing. If everyone can do like everything, then I might just say, oh, can we do Thunderous? Because like Thunderous is like the bane of my existence at this point. But yeah, so what I'm thinking then, okay, so, Crammy, by the way, I like these fancy sort buttons. That's very fancy. This is very fancy indeed. Okay, but yes, let's see. So if we're going for a Thunderous, okay, so Kevin gets to be on the, on the team, because Kevin is the one who is like lagging behind in the numbers. The rest of you though are all even. So here's what I'm thinking, Abraham Lincoln. Why don't we do a Nightbot random selection game? A sheet reselection? That sounds like too much, Crammon. That sounds too dangerous. Okay, so number 1, Karen. Number 2, Tegan. Number 3, Jill. Number 4, Alex. Number 5, Xander, I believe. I could be wrong. Might be. Okay, so this is what I've got. I've got Kieran. Yeah, I think this is right, though. So we should, in theory, in-game theory, have number 1, Kieran, number 2, Tegan, number 3, Jill, number 4, Alex, and number 5, Xander, okay? You have all played twice, but who will get to play a 3rd time as part of the bonus card? Original name, Pam Pending. But I do quite like the bonus card. But yeah, so for the bonus card, we'll definitely have Kevin, but then who will be the 2 to join? Let's find out. Good luck, everyone. This is the Nightbot random selection game. Who will be chosen? Our first choice is... it's Xander on Xander Day. Also, I will just say it is helpful whenever it picks the biggest number, because then it means we don't have to worry about a Jill incident happening. Like a Jill incident is impossible to happen now. But okay, so Xander is going to join on Xander Day. That is only fitting. But Kieran, Tegan, Jill, and Alex still all have one more chance. Let's find out who. RNG for. If it picks Jill, I will just say it's funny. It picked... if you can't tell by my laugh, it picked Jill. Nightbot is very happy to see you today. Thank you. Thank you, Nightbot, for helping out. Kevin, Xander, Jill. This is looking very similar to Team 3. Yeah, we'll pick a substitute just to see who does it pick next. But I would never underestimate how far to go. It picked Jill again. It picked. There's like someone said do it again, so I was like, okay, I'll do it again. Admittedly, I did do RNG 4 instead of 3, but still, I'm gonna keep selecting it until. Okay, there we go. It finally picked number 1. But there you go. So, Kieran, you have the honor of being the substitute, even though we're not going to need a substitute. So, Jill, Xander, Kevin, please make sure you are connected to the internet. Please make sure you talk to the scientist lady. And come on down. I said that in the wrong order, but you know what I mean. Anything goes. Thunderous, save your game. Saving, saved. We're going to get a code set up. We're going to go 12550927. And that should be all good to go and all that lovely stuff, okay? So, let's do this thing. I hope it doesn't rain. It seems very overcast today. I hope it's not going to rain, because I do need to go feed the stray kitten tonight. But it doesn't say it's going to rain. Yeah, no, it says it's just, like, cloudy, so I'll take you at that weather. But there we go. Okay, so Thunderous, you guys know this. Rock and I. So I'm going to do my speed run version of this. Okay, Rock and Ice are really nice. Ground types are brilliant defensively. Lightning Rod Pokemon are good defensively. Volt Absorb Pokemon are good defensively. Dragon, Grass, and Electric resist Electric. Thunderous has Sludge Wave, Weather Ball, Rain Dance, and Thunder. If we change the weather, just keep that in mind. It's why Rock is better. Okay, here we go. So there we go. And it looks like the people in the chat who missed out are getting to do a Scepter, so that's cool at least. At least you're still getting to do something. That makes me feel better. Okay, so... Oh, gosh. Okay, so Rock is good, so I will go with Crustle. Amoonguss, has resistance, as does Charjabug, but I'm going to go with Crustle for now. It's not the best. There are I will just say Electric does have the benefit of not being able to be paralyzed. So I will just give that shout out. But Toxtricity, for example, doesn't have a whole lot of range in its moveset, whereas like Amoonguss does have like a bit better range, and it's better than Drapion and Cramorant. So I would say Amoonguss. Oh, did anyone watch the Amoonguss last week? I didn't, but I hope it went well and people had fun. Right, okay. Let's see what we've got. Okay, so we've got Fighting. Oh, Combuskin. Okay, Grass. Fury. Steel. It's Togedemaru. Oh, what? Oh, it's a ground, but it's a Seismitoad. That sucks. This isn't very good, is it? I'm not sure what we go with here. Like, maybe we should have gone for the Blossom because it's a grass type, but I'm just going to the because maybe Seismitoad could still be useful. Seismitoad can Dynamax and use Max Ooze, and that can boost everyone's special attack. So, but yeah, very slim pickings indeed. Right, okay, I'm gonna do one thing here that's a little bit maverick. I might go with one Body Press before I go with a Max Rockfall, because Max Rockfall's not really, like, that powerful, because I've got Rock Tomb as the base for it. But yeah. So forgive me if, like, I should just use 2 Max Rockfall, or Max Rockfalls here, but I'm gonna, You're gonna dig quick before the combustion comes. That's not a bad idea, in all honesty. Right, Iron Tail. Oh, dang. Iron Tail's very unreliable. I would go more with your, like, Lash Out or something. Your moves might have all been, like, not very effective, but Lash Out is a better option than Iron Tail, though, because Iron Tail, like, doesn't have stab, and it's very inaccurate. But yeah, what else does it has? It has like lash out, iron tail, like X scissor. I want. Oh no, 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 no! Don't use. Oh, okay, I'm just gonna use another max knuckle. I'm gonna boost Charger Bug's dig. Oh, small shiny guy. Hi, welcome, welcome. Okay. Nice. And then rising voltage. Monica rising voltage. Here we go. If Charger Bug, you might want to use Spark on the next turn, because I'm a bit worried about whether we're going to be able to beat this in 3 turns or not. Oh, okay. Well, I would use Spark anyway, because you know you're slow and stuff. But okay. No, Drapion hang. Oh, Drapion hang in there. Do we want Drapion to switch for Combuskin here because it's at low health? Because I'm thinking maybe we might just want to get rid of Drapion for like low health reasons here. Lash out. Yes! Okay. Yeah, Jill, do you want to switch out for Combuskin here just so that you have better health? And because Drapion's not really very good for Thunderous anyway. Like, we're not missing out here. Like, we're going to have you switch for something else. But, I think maybe, though, a Seismitoad could be an interesting way to go about things. Like, it could help out Toxtricity and... well, that's about it, really, but if Toxtricity... here's the thing. If Toxtricity has Charger Bug and Seismitoad helping it out, then that actually could be quite good. Like, Toxtricity could kind of be, like, a bit of a main attacker for us, as weird as that sounds. Okay, let's see what we've got. We've got Hatterene or Tauros. Do we want to go for Tauros because we've got a bunch of fighting moves? I feel like we want to do that because of that. Hatterene is good against Combuskin and Toxtricity. Whereas I know we run the risk of the high critical hit here. I know that's always a danger, but I think this is probably the safer thing. So, but anyway, but let's do this thing. So I'm just gonna body press because it's super effective. Oh, I hope Combuskin's using low sweep and not focus blast. That's the one thing as well. Because I know Focus Blast is more powerful, but it's got horrible accuracy, and slowing down Tauros is a very, very useful thing. But right, here we go. Right, Assurance. Okay, that's fine. Right, Rising Voltage. Nice. Was that a crit? Okay, that did a lot of damage, and I was like, was that a crit? Okay. Right, Max Lightning, very, very frightening. Me, oh me, oh me, oh me. Oh my gosh, Jill going with the risky Focus Blast. Okay, oh my gosh, that was very scary. It worked though, but I do recommend low sweep on the next one, just in case. Oh my gosh, Jill, you maverick. Right, Rising Voltage. There we go, we did it. Well done, everyone. And yeah, with that terrain up, Rising Voltage does more as well, so that's nice. So well done, everyone. Very well done. I'm holding my breath every time we attack this thing. I know! Again, it's why this mode is so good and why Pokemon is so good. There's so many abilities, so many moves, so many different outcomes, so many things you have to, like, be aware of and look out for. It's great. I love it. Okay, so I don't think we want the Tauros though, because it doesn't really have anything for Thunderous. And I know it's like, but aren't we about to go against a Seismitoad? And I mean, maybe we could have switched Combuskin for it, but I think if we use low sweep on Seismitoad, right, Oh, we do have a scientist. If Jill wanted to switch for the scientist, you could switch for the scientist if you like. But I wouldn't recommend anyone else switch for the scientist. Now, Xander will only have max strike here, but I think this will be... Oh, artillery. Okay, that's actually alright. It has, like, some water move, right? Like, Scald or something. But yeah, but here's the thing. Seismitoad doesn't have any water or ground. It has normal, it has poison, it can confuse us with supersonic 55% of the time. It's, you know, it's a little bit of a weird one, but... Okay, X-Scissor is effective, so I'm just going to go with X-Scissor. But yeah. Yeah, we don't have... I am a bit worried about whether we're going to be able to beat this in 3 turns, but here's the thing, though. If we don't beat this in 3 turns, it's actually still fine, because Seismitoad can just sit there and use Screech over and over, and that will power up my Rock Tombs. So, basically, we still want Jill to switch for this. Whether we beat this in 3 turns or not, it doesn't matter. We still want Jill to switch for this. If Jill can Dynamax, use Max Ooze. If Jill can't Dynamax, we use Screech over and 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 over. And so it's still a solid plan. Oh, Charger Bug dodged! Right, Scald, can we get a burn? Please? Please? Ow. Boo. Boo. Okay. No, I'm glad you dig-dugged as well. Right, okay. More speed down, which is good. And then X-Scissor. That didn't do very much that time. I feel like I had a higher roll last time. Right, dig. Quick before. Does Charger Bug have anything else other than dig for, like, this final turn? Because I'm just a bit worried about the whole... Oh, come on! I'm just worried about the whole being it in 3 turns thing. Like, if you had any other attack, I don't think you do... I think you have, like, Spark and Dig, though. Yeah, you have Spark and Dig. Maybe an Eerie Impulse? I think we will win this. It'd be nice if we did get a critical hit somewhere. Oh, that was good. And then X-Scissor. But Scald should finish it, right? Scald will finish this, and hopefully, if we don't, like a burn, like surely this is it. Surely, yes. Okay, there we go. So well done. I know Seismitoad's bulky, but this is kind of why we want it instead of Octillery. So as long as we get rid of Octillery for Seismitoad, this is good. Did we win? Bonk. And then Xander hammers you back in. Hey, I thought you said no hammers. Not when there's a whack-a-mole joke to be made. But yes. Right, okay. So, but yeah, so Octillery switch, Octillery switch, Octillery now, please switch, switch, switch. It's time for Octillery to be switched, and then we get to use a Seismitoad. But yeah, so Jill, if you use Max Ooze, that will be very, very cool. It's a shame we don't have a way to set up terrain at all, unless Toxtricity does have a way to do that. But yeah. But let's see what we've got here. Okay. Let me just check. Okay, yeah, Toxtricity can only use Rising Voltage, but that's okay. That's okay. And then... hang on. Eerie Impulse. I want to look at Eerie Impulse, because... If I will just say Eerie Impulse could be a really good move here. Like, lowering its special attack could be very helpful. But... Okay, we're going big. Otherwise, we're going home. We are home. That was fast. You're using the Impulse, yes! That's what I like to hear. Okay, so here we go. So again, this is gonna be a very weird fight. I'm not gonna hide that from you guys, gals, non-binary pals. Here's Max Zeus. This is not gonna do very much damage. Although, to be honest, that did maybe a little bit more than I was thinking, so that's good. So we get special attack up, okay? Actually, it's helpful that it used Rain Dance, because that activated Swift Swim, which meant that Seismitoad got to power us all up first. Because normally, I think Toxtricity would have gone first. So that's actually pretty cool. Whoa. Okay, special attack is harshly down. Now, we will just keep going. I'm lowering its speed. Kevin's lowering the special attack. More Max Ooze, please. And this will do even more this time because of the previous Max Ooze. So that's good. So we get more of a boost here. More boosting, please. And then Rising Voltage. Muhahaha. We got a neutral attack doing quite a good amount of damage. Right, there's Discharge. Doesn't affect Seismitoad. It is probably going to finish off... Oh, no, wait, because you resist it. So, no, that's fine. I am paralyzed, which sucks. Weather Ball. Oh, no. No. You're not allowed to go for our attacker. Right, Spark. That's fine. Rock Tomb. Fine. Speed down, please. Thank you. Hopefully it doesn't reset its stats here. And then Rock Tomb of Doom, please. Everyone just keep going. One more Max Ooze for the win. Oh, Jill, you did it! That was enough. Well done, Team 5. I feel alive. Unlike that Thunderous. Well done. Seriously, that was really good. See, and that's why I love this mode. We didn't really have an optimal team there, but we came up with like a really good strategy that just worked out really well. Like that battery plus Max Ooze, and then having like Toxtricity and sort of Seismitoad kind of do like the chipping away, and then Kevin like lowering the special attack and me lowering the speed whilst also getting some, you know, nice damage as well. Like, it's why I love this mode, man. There's so much... And again, it's why I love Pokemon. There's like so much strategy and like layers here. Like, it's great. Alright, Combuskin is a no. Will we get a green Tauros? No. Will we get, though, I do need shiny Seismitoad? No. Okay, well, fine. Like, you know, no Palpitoad, no Seismitoad. It's fine, it's fine. But will we get the slightly purple Thunderous? No, dang. We keep doing Thunderous like twice a day, and it's like not good, man. Okay, so, okay, so anyway, no Sparkles there, no Sparkles there, no Sparkles there, and no Sparkles there. But let's just check Relaxed, Mild, Bashful, and Serious. I'm going to go with a Bashful Seismitoad, because why not? Team 5, well done. Maybe we need to do Thunderous 5 times. I mean, it's kind of getting to that point. But chat, that is it. That is all for today. I'm very grateful to you all for joining me today. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'll be back tomorrow, okay? So right here in LA right now, it is, look, you can see there, 13:13. So that's 13 minutes past 1 at 2 p.m. tomorrow. So basically, literally almost a day from now. 24 hours from now, though. I will almost, well, 24 and a bit hours from now, I will be back, okay? We'll be doing this some more. And so I hope you're all able to join me for that as well. But in the meantime, please enjoy the rest of your Saturday. Have some fun on a bun. And I'll be back tomorrow in like a day plus 45 minutes. So in 1 day and 45 minutes, I will be back, okay? So thank you again. Take care. See you later. Wow! Wow, we just got another super chat from Jill. Yay for good Wi-Fi. Everyone have a good meal. Oh, well, thank you, Jill. That's very sweet. So no, this was really fun. Lots of fun chat. Lots of fun Dynamax Adventures. Sorry for no legendary shinies. Did we get any regular shinies? I think I'm thinking of yesterday. I don't think we got any today, did we? That's a shame. But that mathematically just means that, like, tomorrow we'll get a whole bunch anyway. So, Lots of love, take care, like the video if you haven't already, and I'll see you again. Thanks, guys. Bye.